Most of the videos in this series have kind of been longer, more tracking the recording process kind of things, but today I just want to genuinely give you a recording tip. There's something that I've done in recordings of a lot, and I've done it for a very long time, and it's something that I don't actually think most engineers do, and I don't think it's actually a mostly used method, but it's a method that I kind of developed using when I started demoing tracks for the band that I'm currently in. And it's a method that involves just writing one guitar part, where you have a rhythm guitar that's maybe playing chords at some point. So when you're recording, that would be a left track and a right track. So you've got a guitar with one sound all the way panned to the left ear and a guitar all the way panned to the right ear. What I want to propose today is that you do the same thing. You have a track panned all the way to the left and a track panned all the way to the right, both playing the same thing. But what I want you to do is I want you to take another track and pan it just a little bit to the left, and take a track and pan it just a little bit to the right. Now I want these two things, and I'm going to give an example in a second. I want those two of those things to be unique from each other and unique from the main two rhythm tracks, but only by a little bit. What I'm going to play first is what the two rhythms would be doing. So this is what they sound like. So they're panned left and right, that's fine. Then we get a bit more interesting with it. So we've got a variation of that where we don't play the lower droning D. So that sounds like this. So that works in, that could be worked in and will work on its own. But if you then do another one, for example, this one where it's just the notes being elongated, all those, which is technically four, the first one obviously being panned all the way to the left and all the way to the right on two individual takes, it sounds bigger. It's how I get a big sound without just having a load of different sounds. You can have the same amp setting for each of those four takes, but because you've got two panned left, right, and then you've got a big space in the middle, which you're filling with two unique takes, it makes a really kind of big sound. Something that I've been using for quite a while, and I'm going to give you I'm going to leave you with the take without those bigger bits in and the take with those bigger bits in, just so that you can really see the difference. Use it and see what you come up with. Just play around with doing something slightly differently just for the other two bits. Yes, you could, in theory, play something completely differently on those tracks, but at that point it either becomes like a harmony or a riff, which is not really the effect that I'm going for. The effect is kind of keeping the main sound to what those two rhythms are doing, but you've just got an added bigness. And most people listening to the song won't even realize that there's two tracks doing something different. It just enhances what the original bit is doing. So, without further ado, I'm going to leave you with...
Before you do that, can I make a recommendation?
What do you want to recommend?
Okay, when we were in the studio, we recorded two rhythm tracks.
Yep.
Doing power chords or whatever it is the fuck we were doing.
Two rhythm tracks.
Yeah. But down the middle, we actually got a different guitar. We went and got a really shit, cheap Strat, so it'd sound really horrible, and we just played single string versions of the rhythm sections and we panned it down the middle. Yep,
so that's essentially Joe has done a variation of this tip that I've given you. Obviously I use two and he's used one, but he did use a different guitar, which will, if you use a slightly different sound or anything like that, it'll change how the bigness of it, and it'll give you different effects. So go try different things, try different sounds with the center ones, try panning one of them all the way or whatever, like just mess around. And I will leave you with the rhythms without the enhancement in, and I will leave you at the end of that the ones with the enhancements in, and you should be able to hear a difference. One is a lot bigger than the other. Joe's been a dick for this entire episode. See you later. Have a good day.